Former Love Island star Chris Hughes has hit out at animal rights protesters for causing strain on the racehorse's mental well-being during the Grand National races at Aintree on Saturday. Chris, 30, took to Twitter to slam protesters who disrupted the start of the Grand National at Aintree. The race was won by Scottish horse Corach Rambler, but not before a delayed start after animal rights activists sought to scale the fence and break onto the course, with some trying to attach themselves to fences. Their protests later spilled onto the roads, with the M57 temporarily closed as people sat down on the motorway. Merseyside police later confirmed that 26 arrests had been made at the course and 118 in total. And many leading figures in horse racing have since taken aim at those involved, accusing them of causing anxiety among the horses, as only 17 of the 39 finished the famous race, with former Love Island star Chris being the latest to hit out at the protesters. The National was further tainted by the death of a horse named Hughes 16. Hitting out at the animal rights protests following the sad death of the racehorse on Saturday, Chris took to Twitter to slam their disrespect. Protesters forcing the mental well-being of the racehorse to be affected, the reality TV star furiously tweeted. Brainless, uneducated people who respect nobody but themselves, whilst having the opposite effect of what they're protesting. The death of Hughes 16 prompted trainer Sandy Thompson to also blame the ignorance of the protesters in unsettling his horse. He got absolutely hyper and we washed him off. They haven't a bloody clue what they're doing, he told the Racing Post. He just hasn't taken off at the first fence, has got so bloody hyper because of the carry-on. However, after sharing his support for trainer Sandy Thompson, Chris faced a divided reaction amid his Twitter rage. One Twitter user replied, "Chris, come on lad, horses died today. This race shouldn't be happening. You love horses, these beautiful animals shouldn't be dying for others' entertainment. The Grand National doesn't need to be like this. It doesn't need to be so dangerous. I believe you can like/be a fan of horse racing but dislike, and even reject, this particular race. Everything about it is too extreme, distance, number of jumps etc. It doesn't represent the vast majority of horse racing, too gladiatorial. I'd can it," another echoed. Another user argued, everyone would have lived to the highest welfare standards when they were alive. Their death would have caused untold pain to the owner, trainer and stable staff. Without racing, the horse would have had no life at all. 10 years a happy horse or no life at all. I know which I would choose. I thought we were meant to be a nation of animal lovers, someone else questioned. Keep kidding yourself. They're driven in horse boxes all over the country and kept tied up until the start. You seriously think a delay is why they fall? But you keep on pretending to make it seem justified, another fan argued. Police officers had been braced for peaceful protests at this year's Grand National, with extra security employed around Aintree. However, the group Animal Rising later released a statement where they sought to justify the ugly scenes. Horses forced to compete in events such as the Grand National are made to endure repeated whipping and run in dangerous, high-risk events where they may face injury or death, the group said. Since 2000, 55 horses have died at the Aintree racecourse, including 15 from the Grand National itself.